and welcome to Lab 3, Introduction to Wind Tunnel. The goal of this lab is to allow you to become familiar with the operations of the wind tunnel, to facilitate future experiments, and to apply Bernoulli's principle and the concept of pressure by calculating the velocity of the wind through the use of the pedostatic tool. The materials that you will be using for this lab are a wind tunnel equipped with manometers, and also you will be using a pipette tube setup.
In terms of safety, please wear safety goggles during the experiment and do not stand directly in front or behind the wind tunnel. Also, if you are sensitive to noise, please feel free to use the earbuds provided to reduce the noise from the wind tunnel.
For part 1 of this lab, you will gather data from the wind tunnel to tabulate for the second part of this lab. With the help of your TA, you will start the wind tunnel and record the wind tunnel velocity from 10 to 45 meters per second in 5 meter per second intervals, and record the equilibrated manometer height. You will record the height through the pipes number 23, which will be for the static head, and pipe 24, which will be for stagnating head. You will also record the change in pressure. In part 2, you will be using data from part 1 to calculate the expected velocity inside the wind tunnel using the pressure measurements from the pedostatic tool. You will need to calculate the pressure inside the wind tunnel by using your other data collected from part 1, namely the velocity of the wind tunnel. Lastly, in this part of the lab, you will need to calculate the difference from the actual and expected velocity to calculate the percent difference. The expected calculations should be tabulated in a table similar to that in part 1. Also, to calculate the expected velocity and pressure, make sure to use the equations given to you in the introduction of the lab. Now, for part 3, we'll be examining the effect of the yaw angle on the static head, stagnation head, and pressure inside the wind tunnel. You should use the protractor to align the stagnation head to a number of different angles. Remember to use the leveler to lever the protractor accurately. From there, the wind tunnel will be turned on to 45% power, and record the height of the manometers number 23 and number 24. Calculate the expected static pressure, the stagnation pressure, the expected velocity, and their percent errors. Be sure to create a table similar to that from part 1 and 2 for your calculations.